Hi, my name is Detroit Miracle, and I'm wondering when people are going to do away with all of the identity politics regarding Republican and Democrats in order to come together and be one people of a whole system. Doesn't it sound like an intriguing idea if you think about it? Because if you have a system with Democrats and Republicans, then those particulars do not have the same agenda. And both of those have their own interest in which the people would abide under or live accordingly to what those are about and what they intend upon doing to a society as well as for society. Yes, so if you have two different political systems, then you have people in this system and people in the other system, and those such individuals are going off in different directions and doing what those systems have set out for them to do. And that's an indication that the people are divided and separated that way. I think it's a million things in society that have been set up to divide people because of people as a whole entire get together, they would have too much power and too much control. Yes, think about it. If the people get together entirely with just one religion, one political system, one race of a all color perspective, then the people will be in complete agreement and on accord with everyone's interest, rather than being divided of interest and going off and doing what everyone wants, which is not an agreed upon by the all of society. Yes. And getting back to the whole political identity politics thing regarding, again, Republican and Democrats, yeah, when you are a part of something and there is confliction regarding what you are a part of, being that everyone outside of your organization does not agree with you, then some might believe that makes things more interesting, and rather than having everyone on board with the same particular program or plan. Because you notice the saying where an intriguing conversation is one that brings much debate to it, and that makes it interesting, where people will sit around and argue their points across, where they will not completely come to an agreement on that. But have you ever seen like a panel of people sitting around where everyone agrees with everything everyone has to say? Nope. You know why? Because society isn't set up like that. Society is set up for people to be diverse and separated, as well as opinionated with regard to what they believe in and others do not. That's the way things are set up. That's the conditioning. That's the plan. Because you notice, let me give a better example. Look at all the rich people in the world. You say all the rich people. How come they are in agreement with one another? How come they are closer than any other particular social gathering? How come they get along with one another more so than anyone else? Like they get along with each other more than poor people and Democrats and Republicans do. Why you think that is? Just think about those things. Then why are they at the same time? Why are there so fewer of rich people that get along than there are being poor people that get along or do not get along? Like it's just say it's hundreds upon millions or billions of poor people that really do not get along overall when you factor in all the diversities of races and governmental systems structured. But if you take rich people from all over the world of any race, chances are they will get along, and they are of the fewer. You know why? Because if it was 7 billion rich people that all got along, then can you imagine what they could do with that? And those 7 billion people would be, in all actuality, all of the poor people and middle class, mainly collectively pooling their resources together to make themselves a very enriched and wealthy society. If you think about those things, or if you got to put things in perspective in regards to things of society which are of interest and which we all try to implement and incorporate in our very way of doing things and behaviors. It's not so hard to do those things. You just got to sit back and think, like, wait a minute, why do I keep following this same plan of action in which it seems it was set up for me to do this, but it seems like a never ending cycle of non-progression. Yeah, people, when I sit around, I think about things like that. And for the sake of progress, I don't believe it could be so much separation and diversity amongst the whole society or all societies regarding governmental systems. Well, let me know what you think. And if you all agree with me, please drop those likes, comments, and up those subscriptions to me, Detroit Miracle.